Okay, I did one more time. That's when it was sticking. The washer's not in position right now, it still works. The washer where it belongs. Oh, you bastard, it's stuck. Oh, come on. It was working perfect. What happened? Stupid washer. It was working perfect, now it's not. There you go again. You jam it up. Goes up too high. So I wonder if I can rotate that a little bit. Different spot now. Got tighter. Doesn't take much force to make it go. It just won't drop under its own load. Yeah, trying to rotate it. Oh, that is tight. Yeah, it's all the way in there, it's tight. People bounding up. Yep. Yeah, that just slug up in there. Just don't run it up there. Seems to be the answer. So that bushing must be tapered board. That's the one I was using the tapered reamer, or the adjustable reamer in. Obviously it's not straight up the whole length of the hole. But I want to keep jamming in there because of the way the reamer's cut. Next to the reamer's hitting on these high spots here, you can see the gall marks right here where it's digging real heavy right there. I want to keep jamming that into the bushing, so I'm just going to screw things up by doing that. So as long as you keep the shims on the opposite side of the gear, we're fine. It's only when you get all the way in there it's the problem. It definitely does bind up way in there. So I'll look at that here in a minute and get a part. Let's see if I can get my friend to regrind that reamer for me, but because then, like last time I tried to get him to grind something, it's been a year and he hasn't done it yet, so I'm not the only one who has to wait. What I don't understand is when it's like this, see it goes all the way down this way. So it's some kind of an alignment issue. Yeah, it's not the reamer, it's an alignment issue. I don't see is the alignment problem. There's no marks to tell where you're binding at. There's no rub marks. Not yet. They will turn up at some point. So it might be these bearings are a little bit of an issue, but see, they're pretty loose. So the washer's free to float around, so I know the washer's not the issue. This is that cam that was that outer round spot in it too, so maybe that's our problem. And this is the one that was way out around. So let's go work on that. We know it's out around. We know we're having problems. Those two kind of go hand in hand, don't they? We'll find out in a minute. See, I don't give up very easily. Definitely, you see it bouncing like this. See the high spot in there? It's got to be our problem. It has to be. Whatever you see like I'm doing. So the lever controls your pressure. You want to go back and forth so you're not wearing on one spot only. See, the high spot isn't as bad as it used to be, so. Off a little bit. Okay. There you go. All right. See the dull spots in here? Dull spots are low spots, shiny or high. So these dull spots are where it's bouncing. See, that's got like a big crescent in there. That's where the shaft is not square or straight. I don't know if you can see it in the light or not, but that's what you're looking at. That's the air, and that's probably what's blinding on our cam cover. That's all it takes to give you headaches. Things aren't made right. Okay. With any luck, that'll be the problem. Oh. Let's see. Make it a little looser too. So we definitely did take some diameter off. That in itself will help too, but that's not what I was trying to do there. I was trying to take out the unevenness of the shaft. That's sliding on even easier than it was before. Yep. Just making sure the shim was down in there. Or the plate. The other just drops in there super easy. I bet you it's not going to have that issue no more. The disadvantage is the bushing is getting looser. But in this case, I think it's a good trade-off. Have to measure the cam, see how much I loosened it up. I'm going to guess I took about a half a thou off. Doesn't seem like much, but when you feel it, you can really tell the difference in a half a thou. It's hard to measure, but once again, it's one of those feel things. You can definitely tell. Feel is always more accurate than measuring. Yeah. That's removed. There you go. Cam is now going up and down all the way up without binding. I don't feel it binding at all. There's a bind spot right there. Yeah, I rotated the cam a little bit and I found a tight spot. Oh yeah, it's definitely tight there. Yep, like it was. And the lobe's pointed down this way. Can't rotate it. Yeah, it's tight again. So over here, it's better. A little bit straight up right now, no problem. I'm rotating the gear a little bit, trying to anyway. Here, I got tight again. Where's the lobe at? Looks like it's pointed straight down maybe now. So the shaft itself is like it's got a little bit of a bend to it maybe, or it's just how it fits. It's just a tight spot in there. So the shaft is uneven. That gives you like it's a bent shaft when it's not really bent, but right now it's in a tight spot. Once again, I don't know where it's binding. I have no way of knowing that. I just know that it's binding in this particular position. Now this is really going to matter on running the motor because the cam's going to float to where it wants to go to. Chance of being in the tight spot and staying there is pretty slim. Things like to float when they're loose. I don't like being in tight spots. So the cam's tight from here to over here. That's the tight spots. Up here, nice and loose all through here. So this is our tight area right through here. There's just nothing there to bind against that I can tell. Can't really see any marks on anything, which doesn't surprise me. Alright. We're going to live with that. So I'm going to have to lap these anyway, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so now we're going to go back to the next group here, our cams. So that was number 4 and number 2. See if these have a misalignment. Okay, put this right there. Okay, and they're pretty good. It didn't exactly just drop in there though. Let's see here, I'm gonna try a little tap trick. Nothing heavy, just a light. Knock off any high spots that might be in the area. If you start beating on that hard, you can cause issues, but a couple light little taps, no big deal. See how much easier it went down? Are the cans in a different spot, or is it something I did actually made a difference? More than likely a little bit of both. So I'm going to put that one now because I got the whole can over here now. See how well bolt didn't want to go in there, screw? Backed it up, it fell right in. So I said you can cross it if you just force. Washer moved up. That washer moved up. Yeah. There it is over here. It's not moving. Number 2, good. That one, not so much. Well, that has no free play in it, no in play. Nope, no, it's tight. It's got in play in it. Tight. Real tight. There, that's binding pretty heavy. Alright, we back. Alright, we're back. Saved a little bit of time by taking the screws out. Okay, this one's tight, but we have an idler gear in here. So I'm going to take the idler gear out. We know this one's good. I'm going to put it back together without the idler gear. Went on nice and free if you noticed. So my guess is the idler gear is the problem. That'll come out with lopping. Actually, these don't need to be in here because we don't have any cams on this side. Save a little bit of time. If this is still tight, I'm going to remount that bushing. That's that one that was really close on the fit. It was the tightest one we had fitting on the bushing. Oh. Come on, stay in the damn hole. Get little fine scratches here and there. This time the screwdriver pops out. Cover's been on and off, what, about 20 times already? At least. We're at the holes. That was it. See if I can rotate it a little bit. Different spot. Still good. Rotates relatively easily, so the tightest spot where we had in the second spot was the tightest spot. Okay, so that wasn't the gear, that was the cam, or the teeth were tight on here, so these have to be worked over a little bit. So when we do an overall lap of everything, we'll put some lube on that gear too. Lap everything in. Be precision fit. Okay, so what we got to do now is we need to grind those washers out a little bit, both of them, so they're not tight. So, lose a screw if we can. So as you work on this, you got to make a mental list of what you have to do. Okay, so we're done with reaming. That part I know. We're not done with lopping. We're not done with grinding. We got to grind these out. So these all need to be ground, especially this one with a big X on it. Okay, so let's go get that done. I'll be back. Alright, we're back here. So I'm going to grind these out a little bit. First going to use my die grinder, my relatively fine finish one. Just going to hold them by hand. Appear to be hard. Not good for the cutter. Probably shouldn't be doing that. Maybe something else. Yeah, there used to be a stone around here somewhere that looks like that. Why it looks like some dumbass was grinding aluminum on that. See how loaded up that thing is? You don't think some dumbass was grinding aluminum with that, do you? Yeah, I'm sure some dumbass was, because that is definitely impacted full of crap. Yeah, people helping me out on my tools. Alright, let's go back to the work area. Oh, it's after 10 already. Another fun night. So when somebody helps you out with your tools, you get to fix them, see? And the way you ungrind unload up a stone is, you grind it against another stone is what I do. So yeah, that's definitely well constipated up. This is a real genius who's doing this. Never grind aluminum on stones, dumbasses. Doesn't work. Okay, so I'm going to take the side of my grinding wheel and I'm just going to grind this thing over here like that. It ought to make a nice stink around here. Unloads it. Alright. More of it. Alright. Most of it out. Wonderful. Crack tool. Oh, can't see that, could you? Secret. This one was real bad, so I'll give it a little extra. Take off the burr. Am I on the thing? Can't tell. Can't tell where I'm at. Here we go. Just deburrs it. Get rid of that sharp edge you don't want. You can feel it there, you can't feel it here. Grinder. You gotta get the RPM up for it to work, see? Oh, too far. Alright. A little more on the length. Just in case. Alright, so there's how you do it. Stones work good on hard metal, burrs work good on soft metal. When you cut hard metal on burrs, burrs become dull. See how it's real shiny on the teeth right there now? That didn't help my teeth any. So this makes this a more of a finishing product now, instead of being a hogging process. When they're really sharp like this, see, they're not dull. They don't have those sharding edges on the tops. So you tell the difference. Alright, so there you go. Should blow the grid off. Alright, I'm going to clean all this up, be back.